Before the video begins, ladies and gentlemen, a quick PSA for those that don't know. I have a second channel called Crash Talks and More, where I talk about more serious things as well as some cringe humor. Now, on to the video. How's it going, everyone? You got your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, bring you guys a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. So we're going to be taking things in a little bit of a different style here. Rather than this being a simple news video, I want to make this into a commentary-based video where we go more in-depth about Pokemon Home, as well as give my thoughts and opinions on it. Please keep in mind that everyone has a right to an opinion, and as long as things are kept civil, there should be no issue with having your opinion on it. If you like Pokemon Home, cool. If you don't like Pokemon Home, cool. As for me, I'm a bit mixed on this, but I am leaning towards getting Pokemon Home anyways, and one of the biggest reasons is out of necessity for the features such as storage and bringing Pokemon from past games into current games, as well as accessing other features, which we will talk about in this video. As a hardcore Pokemon player and fan, I personally need access to this stuff anyways. So let's get into the breakdown that is Pokemon Home. So Pokemon Home is set to be released sometime in February of 2020, and Pokemon Home is a service that allows for you to transfer and consolidate your Pokemon from Pokemon Bank, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. It should be noted, however, that once you transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Let's Go, you cannot transfer them back, as this is only one way. Only Pokemon Sword and Shield has the ability to have back and forth transfers. The following should also be noted. If you are enrolled in a premium plan, in other words paid, you'll be able to move Pokemon from Nintendo 3DS Pokemon titles to Pokemon Home using Pokemon Bank. Once a Pokemon from Pokemon Bank is moved into Pokemon Home, it cannot be moved back to Pokemon Bank. To commemorate the release of Pokemon Home, we will make Pokemon Bank and Poke Transporter available at no cost for a 1-month period after Pokemon Home is released. You'll be able to bring Pokemon from various Pokemon series games using Pokemon Bank and Poke Transporter. Once you've got your Pokemon in Pokemon Bank, you'll then be able to move them into Pokemon Home. There's more to make note of, such as the new methods of trading, and they go as follows. We have ourselves the Wonder Box, which states the following: Pokemon placed in the Wonder Box can be traded with people around the world before you even know it. The Pokemon placed in the Wonder Box will be traded when you're not using Pokemon Home. You'll be able to increase the number of Pokemon you can trade at once by enrolling in a premium plan. So next is the Global Trade System, or GTS for short, and it goes as follows. With the GTS, you'll be able to specify which Pokemon you want to trade and which Pokemon you want to receive, and then be matched with a trainer whose request meets your criteria. You'll even be able to request Pokemon that you haven't yet registered in Pokemon Home's National Pokedex. You'll be able to increase the number of Pokemon you can trade at once by enrolling in a premium plan. Next up is the Room Trade. Room Trade lets you create a room and trade Pokemon among the people who join. Each room can hold up to 20 people. To add a little suspense, you won't know what Pokemon you'll receive until the trade is complete. Trading in rooms has no cost, but you'll only be able to create rooms when enrolled in a premium plan. Lastly, we have Friend Trade. Friend Trade allows you to trade your Pokemon with other users who you've become friends with in Pokemon Home. You can add friends using the Add Friend feature in Pokemon Home. The feature related to adding and managing friends in Pokemon Home cannot be used by users under the age of 16. There are also more features included, such as the National Dex. Pokemon will be registered to the National Pokedex when you deposit them in the boxes in Pokemon Home. If you move a Pokemon that can Mega Evolve or Gigantamax, then these forms will be registered too. In the National Pokedex, you'll be able to see Pokedex entries from various different games in one place. With the mobile app version of Pokemon Home, you'll be able to see much more than just Pokedex entries. You'll also be able to check each Pokemon's abilities as well as the moves it can learn. Next is the Mystery Gift feature. You can receive mystery gifts in the mobile device version of Pokemon Home. With this feature, you can receive mystery gifts for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, as well as gifts specifically for Pokemon Home. Pokemon received in Pokemon Home can be directly deposited in a box in Pokemon Home. You can also get some gifts such as items for Pokemon by receiving a code for a mystery gift in Pokemon Home and then using that code in Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield. Next is the Judge function. If you enrolled in a premium plan, you'll have access to the Judge function, which allows you to check how strong your Pokemon are. Next feature is the Room feature. In your room, you'll be able to see all sorts of information about events or the games you've connected to Pokemon Home. You'll also be able to edit your profile using stickers. You can obtain stickers when you meet certain conditions or perform certain tasks in Pokemon Home known as challenges. We also have battle data. In the mobile app version of Pokemon Home, you can check out how ranked battles and various online competitions in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield are going, as well as the rankings of the Pokemon being used in them. By going to battle data, you'll be able to see the battle records of each trainer as well as information about what moves are popular among the Pokemon in the competitions. We also get news too. In Pokemon Home for mobile devices, you'll be able to receive news about Pokemon being distributed as gifts and information about online competitions for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. We also have Pokemon Home points. Pokemon Home points are points that accumulate in Pokemon Home as you deposit more Pokemon. When using the Nintendo Switch version of Pokemon Home, you'll be able to exchange Pokemon Home points for battle points to be used in core Pokemon series games. Now we also have ourselves the differences between the Nintendo Switch version and the mobile phone version of Pokemon Home, and they go as follows. For the Nintendo Switch version, you're able to move Pokemon with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, move Pokemon with Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, move Pokemon with Pokemon Bank, judge Pokemon, exchange Pokemon Home points for battle points. In the mobile phone version, you're able to move Pokemon with Pokemon Bank, judge Pokemon, trade Pokemon, receive mystery gifts, check battle data, and check news. So now we move on to the details of the premium plan for Pokemon Home, and they go as follows. So for 1 month or 30 days, you pay a price of $2.99. For 3 months or 90 days, you pay a price of $4.99, or for 12 months or 365 days, you pay the price of $15.99. And to go further into this, when it comes to the details of the premium plan upgrades, moving Pokemon from Pokemon Bank when you're on a basic plan, you're unable to do that, but on a premium plan, you are able to do that. Number of Pokemon that can be deposited on a basic plan, it's 30 Pokemon, premium, 6,000 Pokemon. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the Wonder Box at once. On a basic plan, it's 3 Pokemon. On a premium plan, it's 10 Pokemon. Number of Pokemon that can be placed in the GTS at once. Basic, 1 Pokemon. Premium, 3 Pokemon. Room trade. In basic, you're able to participate. In the premium, you're able to participate and host. Now, as for the judge function, on the basic plan, you are unable to access it, but you're able to access it on the premium plan. So now that we have all of the details out of the way, here are my overall thoughts on this. Basically, while I am all for new features being added into the game, perhaps the biggest issue to come out of this would be transferring Pokemon from past games into Pokemon Home, and if it's not compatible with games like Pokemon Sword and Shield, that will essentially mean it's more or less imprisoned with very little to do. That is definitely going to give the meme of Pokemon Prison a lot more ground in my opinion, which will only further exacerbate the no National Dex issue even further. Pokemon Home is supposed to be a home for Pokemon where we can take them out for journeys across games that support them, but that is no longer the case for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which could also add on to people having problems with Pokemon Home as a whole. Now, with that said, I personally do not think that the pricing is too big a deal where you pay essentially $16 a year if you want the premium plan. That's not too bad. However, I can also understand why people could have an issue with it. Pokemon Sword and Shield has been littered with controversy in 2019, and even still in the year 2020, there is still quite the vocal amount in the community not happy with the product, and I personally can understand why. However, in my personal opinion, I'm in it to get the most enjoyment out of the product as much as I can, and also, if it means I get to create content for my amazing community, then that there is a solid bonus that I've got zero problem with when it comes to shelling out money for. I do think there are features in Pokemon Home, such as the GTS as an example, that should have been left in the original game instead of it being withheld from fans. In closing, I definitely understand why people are on one end happy and excited for Pokemon Home soon becoming a thing, but on the other side of the token, I can also see why people have their criticisms about it. I will go one step further and link you guys to a video that is done by Yang Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and he brings up a lot of fair points as to why people have the criticisms that they do about the game, so I recommend giving it a watch if you have the time. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap up here for this video, so I want to say thank you guys so very much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and most importantly, guys, smash it up in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Always have, always will. That ain't never gonna change, baby. Woo! So thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, depending on your time zone. And I'll see you guys in the next one.